Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Perry.
And I'm Alan. Perry, I have to say, you are positively beaming today. You look like you've just won the lottery.
Well, Alan, I feel like I have. And it's because we've arrived with a brand new topic today, one that is essential for every single one of our listeners who dreams of traveling the world.
That's right. Travel is freedom. But for many English learners, the airport experience is the biggest source of stress. It's a place filled with confusing signs, rapid announcements, and technical jargon.
So, here is our promise to you today. If you have ever felt confused or anxious navigating an airport, this episode is your definitive step-by-step map. We will translate the entire airport process from the curb to the sky into clear, confident English.
We're breaking down the jargon, the slang, and the essential phrases so you can stop worrying about the language and start looking forward to your destination. Let's start at the very beginning, the check-in desk.
The first thing you need is your e-ticket or electronic ticket. When you get to the airline counter, the agent will ask for your ID, your passport or national ID card.
The technical term for the agent's job here is to verify your identity and your reservation. They will ask you, do you prefer an aisle seat or a window seat?
Learners often get confused by aisle. An aisle, A-I-S-L-E, is the walkway between the seats. A window seat is next to the window. These are the two key seat types.
Next, baggage. This is where we run into specific jargon. They will ask you if you have any checked baggage or holds baggage. This is luggage that goes into the belly of the plane.
And then they'll ask about carry-on baggage or hand luggage. This is the small bag you take with you into the cabin. There are strict allowances, the weight and size limits, for both.
They will place a tag on your checked baggage and give you a baggage claim ticket or a stub. Don't lose this. You need it if your bag is lost or delayed.
Crucially, the agent hands you your boarding pass. This is the golden ticket. It tells you your flight number, gate number, boarding time, and seat number.
Remember the term gate. This is the specific door number where you will board or get onto your plane. You need to check the screens immediately because gates can change.
Let's practice some specific phrases you might hear or need to say at the check-in counter. When you arrive, the agent might say, "Good morning, may I see your passport and itinerary, please?" Your simplest response, "Here you are."
If you are unsure about the weight of your bag, ask, could you tell me the weight limit for checked baggage? The term excess baggage refers to any bags over the allowance, which will cost you extra money, the excess baggage fee.
A common slang term here is to tag a bag. The agent will tag your bag, meaning they attach the destination label. You might also hear the term curbside check-in, which means checking your bags right outside the airport terminal, usually for a fee.
And let's clarify the concept of itinerary. This isn't just your flight date, it's the full plan. The agent needs to verify your entire route, especially if you have a connection or a stopover. They might ask, is this your final destination or do you have a connecting flight?
If you require assistance, use simple, direct English. "I need a wheelchair service to the gate, please." Or, "Is there an unaccompanied minor service available for my child?" These are standard terms for specific airport services.
And one final piece of jargon, standby. This means your flight is full and your name is on a waiting list in case someone cancels. You would ask, could you put me on standby for an earlier flight? This demonstrates proactive English usage.
Welcome back. You have your boarding pass and your bags are checked. Now comes the biggest bottleneck, security screening.
Security is all about clear rules and specific instructions given by the TSA agent, or just the security agent. You must listen carefully here.
You will hear key verbs: empty your pockets, take off your belt and shoes, and place all electronics in a separate bin. A bin is the plastic tray used on the conveyor belt.
The main focus here is liquid rules. We call the limit the 311 rule in many countries. You must state clearly, all liquids must be in containers of 3 ounces or less and fit into one small quart-sized bag.
You must walk through the metal detector or the full body scanner. If you trigger an alarm, you will be subject to a pat-down, which is a physical search by an agent.
Once you pass security, you move to immigration or passport control. This area is manned by an immigration officer.
They are checking your visa and your purpose for entering the country. They will ask questions like, "What is the purpose of your visit?" or "How long do you intend to stay?"
Use clear, concise answers. If you are a tourist, I am here for tourism or vacation for 10 days. If you are working, I am here for a business meeting for 2 weeks.
A common term used by officers is point of contact. They might ask, "What is your point of contact in the country?" meaning your hotel name or the person you are meeting.
And the final step at immigration is getting your passport stamped, the physical mark that authorizes your entry or exit.
Let's break down the commands you'll hear in the security line, focusing on prepositions and sequence. You must be able to follow multi-step instructions rapidly. Please step to the side, walk through the scanner, and pick up your belongings on the other side.
Jargon for items includes prohibited items, things you cannot bring, like sharp objects, and declaration forms, forms you must fill out for money or goods. The agents are looking for contraband.
If you need clarification on a rule, use polite but specific English. "I apologize. Should I remove my laptop from its case?" Or, "Is this medication permitted in my carry-on?" The word permitted is professional here.
At immigration, the key is maintaining a calm and respectful tone. The officer might ask you about your ties to your home country. This is a technical term meaning reasons you must return, such as property ownership or family. You can state, "I have strong family ties and a job that requires my return."
They may ask for proof of onward travel. This means a ticket showing you plan to leave the country. Be ready to show that ticket or state, "Yes, my return flight is booked for the 25th.
A key slang term related to security is the pre-check or priority lane. These are special fast lanes for frequent travelers. If you have the required status, ask, "Is there a priority security lane available?"
Welcome back. You are through security and immigration. Now you are in the main terminal, the large open area where the gates and shops are. Time to find your gate.
The biggest challenge here is understanding the rapid-fire airport announcements. The key is to listen for only 3 pieces of information: flight number, destination, and gate number.
Learn the language of change. If your gate moves, the announcement will say, "Attention passengers of flight BA245 to London. Your gate has been changed from gate 42 to gate 68.
Or if the flight is delayed, passengers of flight AC111 to Toronto. Your flight is currently delayed and will now depart at 1500. Depart means to leave.
If you need directions, you must locate the nearest information desk or ask an airport employee. Use specific English. "Excuse me, where can I find the departure board?"
The departure board is the giant screen listing all outgoing flights. Always check it, even if you know your gate. The verb check-in closed means you missed the cutoff time.
When asking for directions, use clear prepositions. Is the gate straight ahead, around the corner, or upstairs?
Pay attention to signs for the restrooms, bathrooms, the duty-free shop, tax-free goods, and the lounge, a special quiet area for waiting.
A critical term here is final call. This announcement means the gate is about to close and you must run.
Let's dissect the anatomy of an airport announcement. They deliberately use high-frequency, clear verbs. Listen for is now boarding, is delayed, has been canceled, or gate change. Practice these specific verb phrases repeatedly. If you miss the detail, ask the desk, "Could you confirm the gate number for flight AC111?
Directions require mastering imperative phrases. To ask, "Which way to gate 70?" or "How do I get to the baggage claim area?" To understand, go down the escalator, take the travelator, moving walkway, or "It's the first door on your left."
We need to clarify specialized terminal zones. The concourse is the long stretch where the gates are located. The air side is the area after security. The land side is the area before security, where check-in and public transport are. These terms often appear on signs.
Slang related to time and process. Red-eye flight, a flight that departs late at night and arrives early in the morning. Layover, the wait time between connecting flights. Hub, a major airport where an airline operates most of its flights. Understanding these enriches any conversation about travel.
If your flight is canceled, you will need to ask to be rebooked. The phrase is, my flight was canceled. Could you rebook me on the next available flight to destination? The agent will look for availability.
Welcome back. You are through security and immigration. Now you are in the main terminal, the large open area where the gates and shops are. Time to find your gate.
The biggest challenge here is understanding the rapid-fire airport announcements. The key is to listen for only 3 pieces of information: flight number, destination, and gate number.
Learn the language of change. If your gate moves, the announcement will say, "Attention passengers of flight BA245 to London. Your gate has been changed from gate 42 to gate 68.
Or if the flight is delayed, passengers of flight AC111 to Toronto. Your flight is currently delayed and will now depart at 1500. Depart means to leave.
If you need directions, you must locate the nearest information desk or ask an airport employee. Use specific English. Excuse me, where can I find the departure board?
The departure board is the giant screen listing all outgoing flights. Always check it, even if you know your gate. The verb check-in closed means you missed the cutoff time.
When asking for directions, use clear prepositions. Is the gate straight ahead, around the corner, or upstairs?
Pay attention to signs for the restrooms, bathrooms, the duty-free shop, tax-free goods, and the lounge, a special quiet area for waiting.
A critical term here is final call. This announcement means the gate is about to close and you must run.
Let's dissect the anatomy of an airport announcement. They deliberately use high-frequency, clear verbs. Listen for is now boarding, is delayed, has been canceled, or gate change. Practice these specific verb phrases repeatedly. If you miss the detail, ask the desk, could you confirm the gate number for flight AC111?
Directions require mastering imperative phrases. To ask, which way to gate 70? Or, how do I get to the baggage claim area? To understand, go down the escalator, take the travelator, moving walkway, or it's the first door on your left.
We need to clarify specialized terminal zones. The concourse is the long stretch where the gates are located. The air side is the area after security. The land side is the area before security, where check-in and public transport are. These terms often appear on signs.
Slang related to time and process. Red-eye flight, a flight that departs late at night and arrives early in the morning. Layover, the wait time between connecting flights. Hub, a major airport where an airline operates most of its flights. Understanding these enriches any conversation about travel.
If your flight is canceled, you will need to ask to be rebooked. The phrase is, my flight was canceled. Could you rebook me on the next available flight to destination? The agent will look for availability.
Welcome back. You've found your gate, and now it's time to board the plane.
At the gate, they will announce pre-boarding for families with small children or those needing assistance, followed by boarding by zones or rows.
The agent will scan your boarding pass. You might hear the slang term to clear the boarding pass. If it doesn't scan, they might say, please wait, your seat assignment needs to be verified.
Once on the plane, you are dealing with the cabin crew or flight attendants. They manage your safety and comfort.
The key instructions you must understand relate to safety. Fasten your seatbelt, stow your tray table, and bring your seat back to the upright position.
If you have an emergency, they will instruct you on how to use the life vest or flotation device and the oxygen mask. These are non-negotiable terms.
For comfort, you need simple requests. If you feel ill, excuse me, I'm feeling a bit nauseous, sick. Do you have a motion sickness bag?
During the meal service, they will ask, would you like chicken or pasta? Use direct English. I'll have the chicken, please, or no thank you, I'll skip the meal.
If you have an issue with your seat or the person next to you, use polite phrases. Excuse me, I think my in-flight entertainment system is broken. Or, would you mind switching seats with me?
The final crucial jargon, turbulence. This is the bumpy air. The pilot will announce, we are expecting some light turbulence ahead. Please remain seated.
Let's practice advanced phrases for managing small children or discomfort. If your child is crying, you might ask, "Is there an area where I can soothe my child without disturbing others?" If your neighbor is loud, "Excuse me, could you possibly keep your voice down?"
Safety announcements use specific verbs that are often pronounced quickly. Listen for demonstrating, showing the safety features, securing, making sure things are safe, and preparing for landing. The safety briefing is the whole demonstration.
During the flight, the crew uses clear questions for service. If you want a drink, "Would you care for a beverage?" You can reply, "Just water, please," or "I'll take a fizzy drink, soda or pop."
Slang related to seating. Bulkhead seats, the seats immediately behind the wall dividing sections, often offering more legroom. Pitch is the distance between your seat and the seat in front of you, legroom. If you want more space, you can ask, "Are there any seats with better pitch available?"
When the plane is landing, the crew will announce the local time and weather at your destination. Listen for the phrase, "We are commencing our descent." Descent means the plane is starting to go down.
If you have a medical need during the flight, be precise. "I need assistance. I have a severe allergy to nuts." Or, "I need access to my EpiPen immediately." This is vital, life-saving vocabulary.
Welcome back. The plane has landed. You have successfully navigated the flight. Now begins the arrival process.
You will first head to immigration again if you are entering a new country, or directly to baggage claim if it's a domestic flight.
Baggage claim is the area where the carousels, the moving belts, are located. The screens will tell you which carousel your flight number's bags will appear on.
The technical term here is retrieval. You are retrieving your checked baggage from the carousel.
What happens if your bag doesn't appear? You must immediately locate the baggage services desk, usually run by the airline.
Use the phrase, "My bag is missing," or "delayed. I need to file a report." You will need that baggage claim stub from Part 1.
The agent will ask you to describe your bag in detail. What is the color and brand? And does it have any distinguishing marks?
They will give you a Property Irregularity Report, or PIR, number. This is a tracking number. You must ask, what is the usual turnaround time for locating a missing bag?
After baggage claim, you move to customs. This is the final check for goods you are bringing into the country. You will be asked if you have anything to declare.
If you have nothing unusual, you walk through the Nothing to Declare lane, usually the green channel. If you have expensive goods or large sums of cash, you use the Goods to Declare lane.
Once through customs, you have officially arrived. You are now in the arrivals hall, where people wait for passengers.
Let's drill down on the language of delay and loss. When your bag is missing, use technical descriptions. "My suitcase is a hard-shell Samsonite with a distressed blue finish." The agent will ask for your local contact number and delivery address. You must confirm, "Will the airline deliver the bag to my hotel free of charge?"
Customs vocabulary is critical. The officer may ask, "Are you carrying any prohibited substances, large quantities of alcohol, or uncooked meats?" Your response should be a simple yes or no. If you have to declare something, the item is considered a dutiable item, meaning you might have to pay a duty, tax.
A key term for the officer is declaration threshold. This is the maximum value of goods you can bring in tax-free. They might ask, is the value of your goods above the declaration threshold?
If you have a connecting flight, you need to find the transfer desk or the connecting flights signage. You will ask, "Where is the transfer security checkpoint for international flights?"
We need to clarify the difference between immigration, checking people and passports, and customs, checking goods and luggage. They are two distinct sequential processes. Practice the phrase, "I have already cleared immigration and now need to proceed to customs."